Welcome back. Well, the Champions League final was a couple days ago, but we're already excited for next season's Champions League campaign. Here's a look at Pot 1 and Pot 2 and the teams that compose both of those. Some newcomers that we see in there. Arsenal, notably in Pot 2.
Come on.
Guys, how do you feel about some of the other teams in there?
Yeah, I would say if you're Arsenal, you're saying, bring on Feyenoord.
Yeah.
Bring on
Come on,
Feyenoord.
Benfica.
Or even Napoli, because I feel that Victor Osimhen's probably not going to be with them as well, and unless they replace him with a big signing.
Didn't we say this last year, though?
Sevilla as well. I think out of all those teams, the
Yeah.
weakest ones in Group A are Sevilla.
So here's a look at some of the other teams that have
Feyenoord.
already qualified for next season's Champions League. And I keep looking at teams like Newcastle and Celtic.
Yeah.
This
Union
is
Berlin.
exciting. Some
Red Star.
new blood.
European champion in Red Star Belgrade, along with Milan. The only two teams in this list that have won the European Cup are Milan and Red Star Belgrade. So put some respect on the
Put
Serbs.
some respect on it. Okay, here's a look at the betting odds then for the best chances to win the Champions League title next season. City, obviously the favorites, but here's a look at how it all stacks up. What do you make of these odds? Does anything surprise you here?
Inter Milan, they gave
How did they get
no shot?
Yeah, that's
Well, at the beginning of the
they're
season,
the runners-ups.
at the beginning of the season, who here would have said that Milan and Inter would have been in a Champions League semifinal?
No, that's true.
I also think a smart buy here is Newcastle, because you know they're just going to continue to get better in this offseason. They're going to make some really strong purchases, I'm sure of it. They're only going to get better. But Barcelona also feels like a heavy. That feels like they may be giving them a little too much respect.
Yeah.
What about Bayern? I know
Always a contender.
I know they're always a contender,
Tuchel?
but it hasn't been
Hasn't been
terribly convincing as
Smooth
of late
transition.
under Tuchel. But he's going to have the summer, and he's going to
And they
have
fired
more
their
time.
CEO, they fired their sporting
Yeah.
director.
They'll still win the league next year.
Bayern is not afraid when things aren't going wrong to just and start again. They're not afraid.
Guys, that was his birth certificate he was from.
But they scrap.
How much of a point he wants to make.
They scrap because it's kind of violent in the sense that at Bayern, like, they just won the Meisterschale and they say, nah, forget about it. We'll restart. And they always come to the forefront.
Yeah.
I have, in these last
And Tuchel
15
knows how to win.
years,
Yeah.
I don't
Champions
remember
League.
the last time Bayern scrapped. They fired Niko Kovac, and boom, they're winning the Bundesliga again. And they find Hansi Flick, and then Hansi Flick is gone, boom, start again. And it's just this constant cycle of...
I was at the game when they fired Niko Kovac.
It'll be interesting to see how they reinvest the squad, because Sadio Mane, it seems like they were at odds that he doesn't want to be there. What do they do with him?
Maybe put him in
and
boxing lessons?
they just signed Konrad Laimer, so from Leipzig. So it'll be interesting to see where they go, because I think they still need a striker. That's big on their market. They've been trying to get Harry Kane. It seems like Harry Kane, it's either staying at Tottenham or going to Real Madrid, possibly. But Bayern are always going to be a top team, just because of the history of that club and how much I think they invest in the squad extremely well.
Okay, so who's a dark horse from some of these teams that we're seeing in Champions League that we're not used to seeing there? Who is a team that can make some noise?
The one, the only, the almighty Arsenal.
Oh,
Let's
no.
go.
I'm
Newcastle?
Look at the stadium that's behind me right now.
Newcastle, but
No, Arsenal could be a dark horse. I don't disagree with that.
Their midfield's only getting stronger. We're going to miss, Xhaka's leaving the club, but the midfield's only going to get stronger. The rumor is Declan Rice is already done. I think they can stand a chance. But yeah, Newcastle's just one of those teams where I think they're going to make more smart purchases, but I feel like there's going to be one or two big ones. It feels like now they're going to start really spending that money.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see them in Champions League next year. It's going to be fun. When's the draw? August?
August.
We're excited
Yeah,
for it.
right when the qualifiers are done,
Yeah.
the qualifying playoff is done, boom, that Friday or
Right
Monday
back
they do
into
a-
it.